The UAW expanded its strike last night to a key General Motors facility, that Spring Hill Assembly Plant in Tennessee. It's 10 Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Today is Sunday, October 29th, 2023. This news changes quickly, changes fast, and sometimes inaccurate. A couple days ago, I told you GM had reached a tentative agreement with UAW along with Stellantis and Ford, and now I'm telling you that was inaccurate, and they're still striking General Motors. So let's get to this news. You'll find it. I wrote it up on pickuptrucktalk.com, and I'll show you some sources as well. So the first story is UAW strike expands with key Spring Hill assembly plant. And I want to explain why that's so key. But we know the news from the UAW local 1853. They announced that they got the call to stand up and strike. And so they have a comment here. As of 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, UAW local 1853 is on strike. And what's really interesting about this, such a whirlwind of things, is that here's a video right here of the UAW, Sean Fain and Rich Boyer, UAW Vice President, talking about the tentative agreement they have with Stellantis. And right there, they have a strike. So 16 hours ago, 16 hours ago. So that's how fast the union's moving. It's not waiting any more days. It's going right after it. And so I wanted to point that out. That was pretty big whirlwind last night. So the UAW strike expanded the key GM Spring Hill Assembly plant. Let's talk about that plant, because I think that plant makes a lot of sense when you think about this. I was, like most of you, I wasn't really aware of what the Spring Hill facility actually built. I didn't really get it. And so you do a little Google searching, and you can find information here on GM's GM.com production facilities. This is Spring Hill Manufacturing. And what they do is they probably build SUV models, which include the XT5, XT6, Lyric, and Acadia. Not big sellers for General Motors. And so I was like, well, who cares about that plant? Why would you target that? Then they say right here, they're global propulsion systems. So they not only build vehicles, but they build global propulsion systems, or AKA engines, at that plant. And so a little bit more research showed that the Spring Hill is one of GM's largest manufacturing facilities, employing 4,000 people, and also builds propulsion systems. I got to add my little system in there. Here's the latest list of engines they build. They build a turbocharged direct injection 2.0 liter four-cylinder Ecotec. That's for the Cadillac XT4, XT5, CT4, CT5, GMC Acadia, Chevy Blazer. Still not a huge deal. But then you start looking at this. They build that direct injection 2.7 liter for the Silverado, the Sierra, the Cadillac CT4. Now that's their new kind of turbocharged, they call it Turbo Max, the word for it. Then they also build a small block 5.03 liter V8. That's for the Chevy Silverado, Chevy Tahoe, Chevy Suburban, and GMC Sierra. And then they also build another V8. It's another type of V8 for the Tahoe, Yukon, Cadillac Escalade. So they build two different engines, an L84 and L87 of the V8. And they also provide stamping. They produce internal and external parts for vehicles manufactured at Spring Hill and those manufactured at plants. They also do injection moldings, molding internal and external parts for vehicles manufactured at Spring Hill. So the engines are the key part, though. The engines are the key part of GM's businesses, because the trucks and full-size SUVs are critical to their profit margin. And according to autonews.com, negotiations are still ongoing, with both sides planning to meet today on Sunday, October 29th. And so, I thought it was really interesting that this is the plant they targeted. It was 11 million square feet on 2,100 acres. It's a big facility, but it's not just the impact of these vehicles. It's all the engines that now, instead of like targeting Fort Wayne assembly or Flint assembly, they now target the engines that go to those plants, which in de facto makes those plants also run leaner or run out of parts, or something's going to happen after they run out of engines at those plants. And so probably be de facto on strike as well. Well, they don't have to go on strike, because you don't have engines, you can't build anything, you can't get to work. That's kind of what it comes down to. So negotiations ongoing today. It's, like I said, Sunday, October 29th. If I get more news later on today, I'm going to keep an eye on it. If I get more news, you'll see me back here again. But I just want to keep everybody aware of what's happening in UAW strike, because this has, again, ripple effects on the economy and communities. My community here, my dealership may not be able to get vehicles. He's going to lose salespeople. He won't be able to donate to local, buy the softball jerseys for the kids, the baseball jerseys for the kids. I mean, these are impacts throughout the communities and throughout the United States. Okay, so a quick recap on the total strike impacting General Motors. We have nearly 15,000 GM auto workers already on strike. And then in addition to the Tennessee plant, workers are on strike at the GM's Wentzville midsize truck plant and full-size commercial van plant outside St. Louis in Missouri. the Chevy Traverse and Buick Enclave plant in Delta Township outside of Lansing, and the full-size SUV plant in Arlington, Texas. Now, workers across the country at GM's parts distribution centers are also on strike. And GM said as of Tuesday, before workers at Arlington assembly plant went on strike, that it had cost the company $800 million. There's your details for you. For more trick videos over here, as always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.